Ver se o som tá bom, blá blá blá, etc. Deixa eu ver. Som do jogo com o som da minha voz. Deixa eu ver. Tá ótimo. Perfeito.
Previously on Alan Wake, I'm hunted by the law.
Sheriff, Wake's running. I'm giving chase.
Are you seriously telling me that writer just took out my deputies?
A thriller I supposedly wrote is coming true. The genre of the story seems to be shifting. It's turning into a horror story. I was told that Alice had been kidnapped, but that was a lie.
We don't have his wife. We don't know where she is.
Her purported kidnapper was eaten up by the dark presence before it attacked me.
Alan, shh, baby. It was just a nightmare.
Alice.
There you go, Alan.
Hartman. I fell.
I had to give you a sedative. Don't fight it. You went through another rough period.
What?
Right now, it's very important that you stay calm. We don't want you to have another episode. You're a patient at my clinic. Have been for a while now. The shock of your wife's death triggered a mental illness.
No, you're lying.
You're suffering from various symptoms of undifferentiated schizophrenia.
Bastard.
It's okay, Alan. Just let go.
I felt groggy. Whatever Hartman had bumped in me was making me numb. I felt like this was happening to someone else. Someone I was watching on television. I couldn't think. Couldn't focus.
Dor nas costas. Nossa.
Good evening, Alan. Are we feeling better now? Feeling calm?
Yeah. I see you brought your pet gorilla with you. So sure, I'm calm. I get the message. Loud and clear.
Why, right. That's the spirit. You're being very brave, Alan. I understand you're confused. I would be more concerned if you weren't suspicious of me. I don't blame you for it.
Big of you.
Now, why don't you come with me? We'll reacquaint you with my clinic and go over everything you might have forgotten. Little walk and some fresh air? Yes, it will do you good. This corridor is for patients. Most of them aren't here right now. Jack took them out for a fishing trip. Except for the ones who are particularly vulnerable, of course.
Let's bring the video game.
I encourage creativity as a part of the recovery process here at Cauldron Lake Lodge. I specialize in treating artists.
I bet you do.
Splendid, Alan. I honestly believe we can get this thing under control if we work together. This way, Alan. Now, Alan, from past experience with you, I know I need to get right into the heart of the matter as quickly as I can after an episode. So I'm just going to say this. Alice is dead.
No.
You're in a very vulnerable state until you understand and accept this. Alice drowned, and you couldn't face that. You're suffering from hallucinations, paranoid delusions, unusual thinking, an obsession about light and darkness, a feeling that everything revolves around you, your thoughts and dreams. Your mind has constructed an elaborate fantasy scenario in which your writings are affecting reality. She has been kidnapped and supernatural forces of darkness are trying to stop you. We go this way, Alan.
I wasn't ready for another shot, so I went along with it. He had to be lying. But under the influence of the drug he had given me, I had to fight not to believe his words.
It's all in your head. You've been making it up. Apart from the tragic accident with your wife, no one has been killed. Your delusions are just a manifestation of your subconscious mind trying to protect you from the too painful truth. Unless we fight the fantasy, it will return. I know the instinct is to resist me, but think about it. Doesn't this make far more sense than the insane supernatural conspiracy you have concocted in your mind? You're a skeptic by nature, Alan. We both know this. Everything can be explained logically. I never get tired of this view. Very inspiring, isn't it?
Cauldron Lake spread below us. I could see Mirror Peak on the other side of the lake. I thought I could make out the spot where Diver's Isle had been when I arrived with Alice. Now there was nothing but waves.
It seems there's a storm coming. Funny, I don't recall there being a mention of that in the weather forecast. Well, no matter. This way. Follow me. Alan, what I'm telling you is good news. Right now, we're in control. Every time you have a relapse, it gets more and more difficult to resurface from the dark depths of your imagination. Not surprising, considering your profession. Imagination is what you work with. After all your nightmares, this should come as an immense relief to you. If it doesn't, why is that? Because I'm lying? Or because you don't want to admit that you're not well? It's very natural for you to think of me as your enemy. It's part of the illness.
I let him talk.
After all,
Hartman
I'm the
obviously
one
loved his
trying to
own
bring you
voice.
out of the
His
world
words
you've
echoed
constructed
madly
for
inside
yourself.
my head.
But
I
can't
dug my
do
nails
it
into
by
the palms of my
myself.
hands to stay
You need
focused.
to work with me. Once you accept that, we can begin the journey towards your recovery. Come along. Let's go inside. Here's the entrance to the office wing. That's for staff only. You were impressed by my trophies when you first arrived here. I do love to hunt. The great outdoors, man versus nature. It's wonderful stuff.
Pretty damn wonderful, yeah.
Scary, scary, scary.
Emerson.
I'm a real bad dream, mister. You should be afraid of me. Don't want to run into me in the night, that's for sure.
Please, Emerson. Mr. Wake is confused enough as it is.
Yeah, you'd like me to go away so you won't be scared. But you can't just decide what kind of dream you have or when you have it.
Emerson.
Okay, sorry. Boo.
That's Emerson. We're actually making some progress with him, I'm happy to say. He works on
Elbow
video
strike.
games.
Ooh, yeah.
It's trash, of course, but it does
I'll
involve
get 'em
some
to the head.
small creative effort, which makes him receptive to my therapeutic methods.
No kidding.
O Remedy faz essas piadas. No Max Payne também, quando ele tá delirando lá, ele fala assim, Não quer, tipo, você não podia acreditar, eu tava na merda do videogame.
You
Era
might
pior do que eu
notice the
pensava.
typewriter in your
Assim.
room. You've been writing as a part of the therapy. As soon as you feel up to it, you should continue.
Nossa, eu preciso me instalar minhas costas.
My rheumatism's killing me. There's a storm coming. Oh, what a storm.
I hope it wipes this place off the face of the earth.
And these two are the Anderson brothers, Odin and Thor. They had how should I put this? A heavy metal band in the 70s and 80s called Old Gods of Asgard. They even adopted new first names to complete the image of Viking gods. After the band broke up, they lived on a farm nearby. They are, well, in advanced stages of dementia. They're well cared for, TLC and all that. There's nothing more that can be done. I'm afraid that the rock and roll lifestyle has left its mark. No, that won't do. I'm so sorry to cut this short for now, Alan. The power has been acting up. I'd better go check on it. We'll continue this soon. Meanwhile, when you feel up to it, return to your room and try to write. It really is for the best. Don't you think?
I'd like to bash his head in with a hammer.
Oh, he'd love to fish out our secrets, but he has no clue. He's not crazy enough. Not crazy like us, Sonny. Yeah! Being crazy's a requirement, Sonny. Who else could understand the world when it's like this? It takes crazy to know crazy.
That's the sanest thing I've heard in a while.
Zane! You're all right, Tom. Hey, we like him, don't we, bro? He's got to go to the farm.
The Anderson Farm. Valhalla!
We wrote it all down, lest we forget. A crash course. All you need to know to get your head right. You need to find the message.
Here, Sonny, here's something for you. Gave me a rash, but I kept it safe from these bastards.
Onde que ele
My
escondeu
head
essa
was
folha?
clearing up, or according to Hartman, I was sinking back into the fantasy. I was convinced he was lying to me about everything. Crazy or not, the Andersons made more sense. Zane could feel the poems, taking form, shaping things. As he experimented, he imagined he could almost feel the power surging through the keys of the typewriter. It exhilarated him. But there was fear, too. If not for his young assistant Emil, he would have given it up. But Emil convinced him otherwise. He too had a way with words.
Tom, you got any booze on you?
Yeah, no.
We have a stash of the special stuff at the farm. Our own formula. Local ingredients. Medicine clears your head right up. Makes you remember like moonbeams on the brain.
Oh, I just noticed. Leather patches on the elbows? That's not very rock and roll.
Tom just lost is all. Baba Yaga got to him too, the damn witch.
She used us all. Taken from all of us. Took my thunder, the witch.
And my ravens, what were they? Memory and thought, the hag.
She took something from you too, didn't she? That's what she does.
We're better off. This place, the lake, it gives you power. If you're a creator, an artist, a god.
Nightmare shifted in their sleep in the darkness of the lake.
Yeah, that's the one. She makes sure it comes out twisted and wrong. Just ask the lamp lady. She knows what happened to that other writer.
She's been using you, boy, and you let her. You went and opened the door for her, didn't you?
Now, it was already open a crack. And whose fault is that? We're morally corrupt, disease-ridden, old and stupid.
Doesn't mean he had to open it all the way, goddammit.
So tired. Built the farm close to the lake, a place of power.
We had parties there, man. You should go there and have a party.
That Bob Balder threw the amp through the window, hit that hippie chick in the back of the head. 15 stitches and a concussion. Bob's dead now. Leukemia.
Stitches, snitches, and narcs, man. bad scene. I am tired, man. So tired. I want to go home.
I'm a bad dream, and you can't wake up.
Oh, hello. I've painted you.
Okay.
I was just struck by inspiration a couple of days ago. Dr. Hartman wanted me to paint landscapes, and that's what I was doing. But now I've been doing these things, a lot of them. The images just keep coming. Dr. Hartman likes them. He has them in his office.
Yeah?
He's very proud of me. He says I'm getting much better. I think I'm getting better. Well, I guess I'd better start wrapping this up. The storm is almost here. Look at that. I'd hate to be out there tonight.
Shut up! But I don't see nightmares anymore because I'm too scary for them. I take 2 pills every morning and 1 with every meal and 4 when I go to bed. And that makes me the scariest nightmare of all.
Hey, Wake, why don't you humor Dr. Hartman and give the writing a shot, huh? The typewriter's in your room. You can get to your room by those stairs, Wake.
Something's wrong. I'm not myself. It's hard to think that there's a shadow inside my head. I can only focus on writing. Everything else is a blur. I'm trapped in this cabin. Have been for days, but it's always dark outside. My editor is real. I saw her again. She's not human. It's not human. A dark presence is wearing the old woman's face. She was covered in clinging shadows. There's a hole in her chest where her heart should be. I think I've made a horrible mistake. I don't think I'm any closer to saving Alice. It's been lying to me, using me to get the story it wants, and the story will come true.
Olha o Herald of Darkness e o Champion of Light. Sei lá, tô só chutando aí. Umas garrafas de café, será que eu já peguei?
Hartman wanted me to.
37. Foi um terço mais ou menos. Science. Nossa, tem muita coisa, né, nesse jogo. Pra que isso tudo?
I knew I couldn't, but I figured I should just play along for now. It was the only thing I could do with Nurse Birch watching me like a hawk. Hartman had mentioned that the power had been acting up. Maybe that was the reason for the generator and the work light on the balcony. The generator hadn't been activated, and there was no key. The white glare of the blank page in front of me hurt my eyes. My hands began to shake uncontrollably.
Everybody calm down. Put that down. Bert, I need help.
Hey, Wake, you stay here. I'm gonna go see what's up. You just keep doing what you're doing. Be cool, okay?
I didn't know what the chaos was all about, but it could be my only chance of getting out of here.
Where the hell did he get a damn hammer?
I don't
Oh, afraid of the crazy brothers, are ya? Not so weak now, are we?
Oops.
Well, things are unraveling.
Hartman kept talking, giving Barry the grand tour, clearly proud of the place. He went on and on about his hunting trophies, and Barry was impressed. But he was here on business. He raised his voice, cut through the monologue. "Hey, Hartman, where's Al?" Hartman stopped in mid-sentence, annoyed at the interruption. He nodded at the hulking orderly standing nearby. The man smiled and clapped a practiced hand on Barry's shoulder.
Fast, aren't they? It's my
Sinclair looked
store.
bad.
I'm
That wasn't a love
taking
tap.
it.
The crazy old fart hit her
The
hard.
backstage
And if she
is
was one of
all
Hartman's
yours,
goons,
Tom.
she had it coming.
Seize your
I could get the
destiny.
key to the office wing from Sinclair.
Meu Deus,
I
ele deu uma
had to get to
martelada na
Hartman's
cabeça dela.
office. He had taken all my
Nunca tinha reparado.
magazines.
Face the
That's
music,
where he'd be
Bert.
keeping them.
It's time to pay the piper.
Credo. Fica assim então. Né?
Maybe you could come out and beat our wrinkled adult diapered asses once, since you're so tough, Bert. We were on the road, man. You think we haven't seen folks like you before? Mortal name. Yeah, you better hide, Birch. My wrath will break you.
Não é esse aqui? Ah tá, tem que mostrar da parte. Muito chapão. Né?
The photo on the wall caught my attention. In it, the clinic staff was standing outside the lodge. I knew the man next to Hartman. He was the kidnapper. Hartman had been playing me all along.
Nossa, que foto feia. Esqueci.
The markings on the tape said they were recordings Hartman had made at the sessions with his patients. I saw Alice's name on one of them. For a moment, I couldn't breathe right. Hartman wasn't happy. Mott could see it in his eyes. He quickly lowered his own. He had made a mess of it, and he knew it. The shame of failure was hard to bear. He hadn't expected Wake to say he needed more time, and he blurted out 2 days, less than Wake had asked for to show him who was in charge. But that wasn't part of Hartman's plan.
A história desse cara aí, desse Mott, explica melhor na HQ. Sim, é uma página super expositiva. A gente vai falar, ele tem daddy issues, né? Eu só aproveitei disso. Esses lobos aí. Olha, tem um mapa inteiro da cidade. Watery. Cadê aquele parquezinho lá? Parquezinho não, né? O Coffee World. Olha que legal. Ó, a gente tava... Pera aí. Cauldron Lake Lodge. Esse aqui é o do segundo capítulo. Não sei. Ó, esse aqui de baixo, ó, Bright Falls Coal Mine Museum, é onde a gente tava no capítulo anterior. Elderwood National Park é onde a gente foi no... Não, é lá que a gente foi no segundo, que aí tem o Lover's Peak. Não era no Cauldron Lake Lodge? Será que a gente desceu isso tudo? Acho que não. Sparking River State Trailer Park. Isso aí é onde a Rose mora. Nossa. Southeast Cliffs Ghost Town. Isso aqui eu também não sei o que é não. Mirror Peak. Doideira. Majestic Motel é o do American Nightmare, eu acho. Né? Não, é o do da Alan Wake 2. Não, mas esse é em Nova York. Majestic. Eles mencionam ele no na delegacia, eu acho. Ah não, Bart Falls aqui pra cima. Espero que eu vi. Não, mas aqui em cima é só a cidade. Nossa, mais pra cima tem ó, Bright Falls Power and Light. Bright Falls Dam. Eu não sei o que é Dam. Só que esse Power and Light é onde a gente vai no capítulo. Acho que no próximo capítulo. Fairyline, ó. A balsa sai daqui. Não sei não tô conseguindo entender muito bem. Watery. Eu achei que eles iam colocar no mapa o Coffee World, porque eles colocaram no o pôster lá no primeiro capítulo na cafeteria. Mas enfim. Não tem mais nada não. E do American Nightmare, acho que é um lugar inventado, acho que nem é daqui. Não tem a ver com esse lugar. Sim. Cara, e esse lobo aqui, será que ele representa a persona do... Persona não, a persona do Alan Wake? Porque na DLC lá do Night Springs tem uma parada assim com o lobo, né, então. No primeiro episódio.
Now, Mrs. Wake, can you tell me about Alan's problems?
He's more and more out of control all the time. The parties, he's so angry all the time. He's getting violent.
Do you mean with you?
No, not with me. No, never. Sometimes I almost wish Alan would take a swing at me, because at least that'd lead to a conversation he couldn't just march out of. But no. Alan doesn't really sleep. And the work, well, he's not writing at all. He sits there for hours and just gets more and more frustrated. And I can't talk to him.
Yes. Tell me, Mrs. Wake. What would you say to him if he'd listen?
I don't know. I want to say, I look at you, and it's not you. Just some stranger who resembles you. Looking out from behind your eyes. And I don't like that guy much. And now it's all gonna go to hell.
But you don't ever say this.
No. I've tried, but he's not listening. He's too deep in his own problems, always going on about something else. I'm so afraid I'm gonna lose him, and we're not even talking anymore. He doesn't let me in anymore. He just keeps me in the dark. I'm so alone here, even when he's home. Please help me, Doctor, because I'm at my wit's end.
Well, if you can just get him here, I'll absolutely do my very best.
Yeah, but Doctor, you need to be careful with him. He's not just going to listen to you and cooperate. He's the most stubborn man I've ever met.
Well, I'll be sure to bear that in mind.
Hearing her voice, what she was saying made me happy and sick and guilty all at once. Worst of all, I recognized the words. The phone call from her. It had been a cut-up of this. Just a recording.
É, meu filho. Você vai tocar a
Rudolph
mesma
Lane's
coisa.
case is interesting. He was completely blocked, and frankly, I was about to discard him as useless. However, once Wake arrived and started writing, something changed in Rudolph. He's producing extraordinary work, increasingly dark pieces. Unfortunately, he doesn't respond to direction at all, and it's my belief that he's not so much a creator as an illustrator, perhaps, a recorder of sorts. I hadn't considered the existence of such a role before, let alone its implications, but the paintings he has produced are informative. At least he's easily controlled and useful. I wish I could say the same about Wake. It's frustrating that the best subjects are always so damn difficult to deal with.
Not buying that. I was tailing Wheeler, and this is the only place he could have gone. That means Wake is probably there too!
Agent Nightingale, this is private property, and I will not allow you to disturb my patients.
Yeah? I can get a warrant. How are your fragile little patients like that?
Oh, I'm thoroughly intimidated by your mighty authority now, Agent.
Listen, you smug snob. How would you like it if I busted through this gate and knocked you around a little?
Agent Nightingale, first of all, I'm recording this conversation, so you might want to watch what you say. Secondly, you're not dealing with a hick now. I know the law, and if you can get a judge to grant a warrant, I'll be glad to cooperate. But you won't get one. Be advised that any further communications with me are to be made through my lawyer.
I don't believe this.
Good day, Agent.
Yeah.
Aquela árvore na frente, ela tá tremendo, com doideira ali na janela. Olha lá. O vento tá forte, mano.
Let me out of here! Hartman, do you hear me? I'm gonna sue your crazy quack ass to shreds!
Barry?
Ow! About time!
Barry! Man, am I glad to see you. We need to get to Hartman's office.
It's right next door.
You okay?
Yeah. I mean, no! The cops found me at Rose's trailer, but they didn't hassle me too much. I'm obviously a victim in this, and I demanded to be treated as such. Or else I'd sue their asses. Speaking of asses, that Fed gave me a real hard time, but I had no clue where you were. That guy's crazy, Al. But he let me go, and then I get a call from Hartman, that son of a bitch, who tells me you're here, and I should come pick you up, but when I got here, 2 goons clobbered me and stuck me in there.
What's with the cutout?
Que ódio, eu cliquei sem querer pra abrir a porta. E aí por um tempo ele ficou travado.
These were all the pages I had on me.
Tudo bem.
And more.
Alan, please. You're sliding back into the...
Tell me one more lie and I'll shoot you in the face.
Ah, well, it was worth a shot. Really, Wake, come on. Let's work together on this. You have no idea...
Hartman, shut up! Barry, get out of here. I'll catch up with you. Get a car.
Oh, Al, let's just...
Go!
Wake, listen to me. This is a mistake. Don't you see? Together we can create something absolutely wonderful. With your ability and mine.
Eu quis macabro.
Hartman followed the fall of Alan Wake with his binoculars. When the rider hit the water, he ordered Jack to take the boat to him. The spot was easy to see in the dark, even with all the extra lights in the boat. The flare floated and kept burning even in the water. Jack turned the radio louder as the engine sputtered. The music was rough and clanking, something the Anderson brothers would no doubt have enjoyed. But Hartman chose to ignore it. Wake was finally within his reach.
Ele pega as páginas e fala assim, ah, é as páginas pra cheio, muito mais. Só que só tem uma. Nossa, que nervoso ver essas duas páginas faltando. Quem será que é essa aqui?
The dark presence would be on me in a moment. I had to find a way out.
Ai, caralho, não gostava. Ah. Acho que já tá bom, na verdade, mas vamos mais uma vez só pra garantir. Não tem página por aqui, não? Isso já tá vendo, cadê a entrega? Oh, beleza. Sério, velho? Sério? Sério mesmo? Você lembra que tem outro.
Hartman knew he was no creator. He had no ambitions on that front. And he certainly didn't want to end up like every artist he had worked with here, damaged in ways that were hard to describe, or worse. It was enough for Hartman to maintain creative control and provide direction, to be a producer. That was what most of these people were in need of anyway. Of course, suitable subjects were few and far in between. Pai sempre dava susto, velho. Uma cepa de bandeira na cabeça. Eu também, né, velho? 3 e... Foi mais longe. Nem precisa ir lá pra trás, isso tudo. Acho que eu tenho que passar aqui na porta e já dá pra correr.
Vai, amor. Nossa, cara. Agora vai. Ai, nossa. Cara, eu sempre assusto com essa merda. Palhaçada. Ah, também, ótimo. Nossa. Cara, essa... Assim, eu também dei uma sequelada legal, né? Mas... Tá ali interno. Mas... Ai, que chatice essa... Toda a colisão dos ambientes da Alan Wake. Essas horas que prende no cenário.
But the gate's locked. You're gonna have to go through the hedge maze over there.
Barry, I don't have a light.
Take this, Al. Oh God! Look at the house, Al! Look out!
Credo. Vamos sair correndo aqui. Eu, hein? Ah, eu acho essa parte tão chata. Espero que realmente tiver essa parte de ficar careca. Nem lembro pra que lado que tem que ir. Acho que esse é o objetivo do labirinto, né? Esse é muito obrigado. Ai, buceta. Vai, meu filho. Nossa.
I stared at the Viking paraphernalia that littered the area, surrounding an unlikely centerpiece. A full-size stage complete with an impressive sound system with all the trimmings, including a dragon. It took a special kind of crazy to build something like this in a remote field. When the sky split open with a deafening boom and the music started blasting, it felt strangely appropriate.
Fica pra cá. Ó, tem uma página aqui. Legal.
Hartman hurried down the corridor. He had disliked leaving Wake when he was surely at his most susceptible to therapy. But this was not an ordinary storm. Wake had been writing, and he had woken something up in the depths of the lake. Now, it was coming for him. Hartman had naturally prepared for a situation like this. The idiot brothers would keep Wake distracted while Hartman double-checked everything, just to be sure.
Tá, tem um bicho atrás de mim agora. Ai, que susto, velho. O cara é gigante. Acho que é por aqui mesmo. Nossa, essa parte que eu detesto ela, velho. Detesto. Detesto, detesto, detesto. Sempre morro loucamente aqui. Esse aqui mesmo. Ah, é essa mesmo. Ai, que ódio. Vou tentar correr. Vamos lá, vamos lá, vamos lá. Foda-se. Nossa. Ó, receba. Véi. Da última vez que eu joguei, eu morri. Não sei quantas vezes aqui, mano. Muitas. Eu tô na luz, que porra é essa, velho? Hein?
Mott knew that Wake was smarter than him. Wake had more money, a beautiful wife, everything. And Hartman said Wake was important. That made him better than Mott. But Mott was calling the shots now. He'd expected Wake to whimper and grovel, but instead, he seemed willing to fight. Mott knew he'd gotten under Wake's skin. If only Mott actually had his wife. The thought made him shiver.
Tá, essa parte aqui é uma merda. Não, é mais pra frente. Aqui vai vir umas... Que isso? Nossa, gente. Ó, o cara me empurrou! Hein? O segredo é saber desviar. Ops. Ah, que ótimo. Mano, eu não toco esses passarinhos atacando. Bem que eu não perdi vida, então tudo bem. Ah, vou passar por fora. Ah, eles surgem do coisa ali, ó. Deixa eu vir aqui por esse lado. Oh, isso é muito chato, porque os caras... Oh, meu Deus. Acho que eu tenho que causar isso mesmo. Ah, tem outro.
For the moment, Barry was just glad he had survived the fall. He had been separated from Al, and there was no easy way to climb back up. He told himself he'd be okay in the gloomy forest at night. He would just have to wait for a while for Al to find his way down. Barry turned when he heard the heavy footsteps and saw the movement. The man-shaped shadow lunged at him from the bushes, an axe held high. Barry screamed and threw up his hand. The world exploded.
Pra quanto que eu vou agora? Eu desviei, hein? Ah, vai tomar no cu. Os caras te travam ali e você não consegue. Tem que subir ali. Ah, é aqui do lado. Ah, tem que dar a volta ali, agora eu entendi. Vai sair os caras aqui, mano. Puta que pariu. Uns 3 e... Mayberry ali, agora é só ficar pegando os trem. Vai vir 50 waves.
Hartman watched as Wake's features slackened. The man was bullheaded, no doubt. Even lying on the bed, he'd almost broken Hartman's nose the second time. But with a little time, he could break Wake down, give him proper direction. Wake was easily the most promising subject he'd had. Well, since Tom, really. Sleep well, Alan, Hartman whispered with a smile. Let me take care of you. He sniffed hard to clear his throbbing nose, swallowed blood, and barely tasted it.
Let's get out of here. Can you open this gate?
Maybe.
Barry.
Well, I slammed it shut when the nasty showed up, and the key fits kind of loose in the lock, so,
Barry!
I'll find it! Don't worry about it!
Hurry up, Barry!
I'm on it! I'm on it!
Ai!
Found it! I found it! Ah, no, wait, that's a twig! Here it is! Al, I found the key!
Véi, acho que realmente tem coisa na vida que é só a gente ter calma. Eu morri tantas vezes também nessa parte da última vez que eu joguei.
Al, please tell me we're headed for the nearest "You're now leaving Bright Falls. Come back soon" sign.
We're going to the Anderson farm.
I knew you were gonna say something like that. You know what? You owe me big time for this. When this is through, if we make it, I don't care what anybody says, I'm done with darkness. You're gonna buy me a tanning bed as a gift, and I'm gonna live in it.
crazy, but that's fine, Barry.
Oh, you got that right, Al. You're barking mad. You are by far the craziest.
But maybe that's inevitable when you deal with crazy stuff like this. It helps. This is happening, Barry. Alice, they never had Alice. She's trapped in the darkness at the bottom of the lake, but she's not dead.
Al, how can you know that?
I know, Barry. I can...
Al,
No, listen. I can bring her back. I can find her. There's something special about this place. The lake, it does something to the works of art created here. It makes them come true. But there's a catch. The dark presence, whatever that thing is, twists it to its own ends. That's why all of this is happening. It's using my manuscript to take over everything.
Al, I believe you.
It happened to Thomas Zane before, it happened to the Andersons.
I believe you. Crazy or not, you're not delusional. Weird shit's going down. That's a fact. I'm on board, man. I'm with you.
The Andersons knew about it, but they were too far gone to tell me with all the drugs they were on. But they wrote it down. There's a message somewhere at their farm, Barry. You just need to find it.
Look out! God damn it, Al, talk to me!
I had lost my gun in the crash. Barry was nowhere to be seen.
Barry! Barry!
Oh, man, you're okay! Jeez, it's good to hear your voice! I was trying to get out of the car, but the ground gave way. Man, what a drop! And don't worry, your cutout is fine.
Forget that! Are you okay?
I hit some bushes, didn't get a scratch. There's no way you can climb down, though. It's like a sheer wall. Al, there's something moving down here!
Barry, it's a taken! Use a flare, Barry!
Yeah!
Barry, are you alright?
I'm good, Al! I'm great! Guess you never mess with anyone from New York City. Around to the farm, Al! I'll be waiting!
Barry, just wait for me, okay?
Al! I'm not staying here! It's suicide! I'm going to the farm! I'm gonna go ahead and secure the area. You can catch up. Don't worry about it. I'm on the case.
Now he's Rambo. This would turn into a disaster if I didn't catch up with Barry.
Nossa, vai dar pra descer tranquilamente dessas tábuas aí, longas. Aí, só se clica isso aqui.
When he stopped the car at the Anderson farm, Walter felt relieved. Oblivion was close at hand. The brothers wouldn't miss a jar of moonshine or two in the booby hatch. But then he saw the man on the porch, and he knew who it was. Driving for his life and knowing it was useless, he didn't realize he was crying until he couldn't see the road for the tears.
Ah, o Walter, acho que é o cara lá do... Tava na prisão, né? Ai, gente, pera aí. Nossa senhora. Será que tem coisa por aqui? Acho que não, né? Só pra encher o saco. Uma página, sei lá. Será que esse é o caminho? É, pior que é por aqui mesmo. Eu tinha uma parada. Nossa, mas pera aí, gente. Pelo amor de Deus.
Shadows crawled over the gate. I needed a light to destroy them to get through. Agent Nightingale stared at the passed out rider. The man was sleeping off one hell of a night. Nightingale felt a stab of envy at Wake's oblivion, but he had a job to do. He put the gun to Wake's head and almost became a murderer. His hand shook and his throat felt tight and dry. Biting his teeth, he tried again to pull the trigger. He lost the nerve. Wake stirred. Nightingale would have to settle for an arrest.
Eu devia ter feito isso antes, senão... Eu acho que a luz vai acabar. Nossa senhora.
I could sense the movement in the woods ahead. Facing the enemy without a weapon was dangerous, but I had no choice.
Mas o que, né, mano? Droga. Só um pouquinho, velho. Nossa. Saco. Nossa, como de mira. Ai, meu filho. Nossa senhora, o asmático dos infernos.
A car was driving away from the farm, headed in the same general direction as I was. For all I knew, it was Barry, caught in the consequences of leaping before looking. The car was heading for the cabin up ahead. It wasn't far. If it was Barry, I would see the damage soon.
I'm trying to deliver each page to the right time and place. I'm trying to show you how the story goes.
I had seen glimpses of the light before. I had seen it in my dream. It was a strange spaceman or a diver in a bulky suit. He was the one. The dark presence followed the choreography laid out to it in the manuscript, growing stronger and stronger, moving like a storm from one scene of destruction to the next. But it was still bound to follow the story and chained to the dark place it came from. When the story reached the end it longed for, it would finally be free. who'd been placing the pages on my path.
Eu dei que nessa parte aqui, muitas vezes que eu tava jogando, eu pensava, tipo, que isso tudo aqui era página. Aí eu fui pra cima dos trequinhos sem saber. As armadilhas de urso.
Someone had left a gun behind. Now I had a fighting chance of reaching the farm.
Como é que chega ali? Vai ter um sustinho aqui, quer ver? Tira pelo menos uma página aqui, não sei. Ai, que susto. Ah, velho, isso é muito zoado. Nossa, que galera. Puta que pariu. Ah, não acredito, mano. Ai. Fui burro também, caí na armadilha aqui. É, surgiram três caras de uma vez, velho. Que isso, mano? O negócio só parou. Eu, hein? Ai, quase. Vai, Alan Wake. Por favor, cara. Nossa. Oh, isso é muito irritante. Pula. Gente, que é isso? Tá todo bugado. Disparado. Do nada o cara parou de mexer. Tudo bem, o importante é que deu pra passar.
I could see the car, but there was no sight of the driver.
Hello? Anybody here? Barry!
No! Danny, you're not! Ah! Please! Ah! What are you? Ah! No! Don't! I'm sorry! Ah! Ah!
Só odeio quando acontece isso. Quando você tem lanterna em videogame. Não dá pra ver porra nenhuma. Talvez era totalmente unidirecional. Oh yeah.
I know you. You were in jail the other day.
I went to the farm again for the moonshine, you know? It makes you see. They're not gonna miss it. They're in the loony bin. But my buddy, Danny, I lost him. Something's gone wrong with him. It's not him. Like a real bad follow-up to a real good movie. The best friends
suddenly the bad guy who wrote this crap anyway.
I've run through every possible course in my head. If I continue like the Dark Presence wants me to, the story I'm writing won't save Alice. It's a horror story, and it's going to kill her, and me, and everybody in this town. No one will survive. Darkness will consume everything. This is what it's wanted all along. It will be free, unstoppable. It used Alice to get to me, dangled her in front of me to keep me going. It was never going to release her. I'm going to change this. I'll escape. I've written myself into the story. I'm now the protagonist. This feels like a terrible risk, but it's the only way to save Alice. I'll be bound by the events of the story just as much as anyone else who's been woven into it. The story must stay true for this to work. There have to be victims along the way, near escapes, cliffhangers. In a horror story, it can't be certain that the hero will succeed or even survive. He almost has to die. I'll write my own escape into the story next. I need help. Zane's going to be the one who'll help me. I'll make it happen.
Nope, eu não poder fogo. Cadê a porta? Tá muito escuro aqui na minha tela. Melhor. Não, aqui onde estava o cara e agora aqui embaixo vai ter um bicho. Nossa, ele não para. Ah tá, achei que ele não ia parar.
Let me guess. Danny, huh?
Acho que tem uma página
Still a
aqui.
good distance away. I'd need a car to get there fast. For a moment, Hartman considered strangling the idiot. Mott was mean-spirited, but easily manipulated. An emotional infant who lived for his approval. Wake, by contrast, was a far more difficult subject. Mott had given him too much leash. In 2 days, who knew what could happen? Hartman would have to find a way to rein him in, and quickly. The front door was locked.
Something takes them.
If Barry wasn't ever here, he was probably in trouble down at the farm. For a moment, I felt bad for doubting him. After all, I'd made it this far myself. But Barry was Barry.
Que ódio. Sim, eu vou descer pra pegar a bolsa da caneca de café. Cara, olha o tamanho do mapa que tem pra explorar esse jogo. Tem toda uma área pra lá. Tem ali, tem aquela cabine ali em cima. É aqui pra direita acho que já é fazenda. Essa parada aqui, só que vai vir um monte de bicho. Será que tem página aqui? Vou buscar, foda-se. Se eu morrer é só tentar de novo. Olha que louco. Ué, acho que eu nunca tinha vindo aqui. Nossa, vai vir tanto bicho, mano, pra cima de mim. Tem aqui, será? Não tem nada aqui. Tem pelo menos uma página. Nossa, cara, eu não suporto colisão. Aí vou sair aqui, eu tenho um puta bicho na minha cara. Não vai nem ter. Um carrinho maneiro aqui. Aí, velho, tem tanta coisa lá pra trás. Muito grande essas áreas. Eu acho isso legal, na verdade. Mas me dá vontade de ir lá ver se não tem nada. Eu acho que não tem nada mesmo nisso. Mesmo assim, eu fico curioso. Acho que esse aqui, ó, aqui na volta surge um monte de bicho. Você ter toda essa vista é muito legal, né? Eu não sei se tem isso no na versão original, isso é só o remaster, tipo, com essa, fala, com essa área de renderização e tal.
Well, as I'm sure everyone's noticed, that storm we all felt coming is finally here. The boys at the Weather Service reckon it'll last until morning at the very least. Pertaining to that, let me read that missing persons alert again. The Sheriff's Department's still looking for a Caucasian woman, 30 years old, slim and blonde with blue eyes. She may be lost in the woods, and it's possible she's been injured in a car accident. If you see her, please make sure you get her indoors and call the sheriff. It's bad weather to be caught out in, so if you see someone in the area who maybe looks a little confused, give him a hand, all right? This is Pat Maine on KBF FM, hoping you're all safe and warm tonight.
Ai! Lá não, ele da Silva. Obrigado por visão esquisita. O bicho me arrastou. E eu me levei. Eu acho que eu realmente era muito ruim, porque, tipo assim, eu sempre morria muito nessa parte. Esse capítulo todo, assim, e eu acho que eu só sou ruim mesmo, porque agora tá sendo tão fácil. Tanto que por mais que tenha um momento legal agora, eu achava esse capítulo super irritante. Por causa disso, porque eu morria muito. Acho que é só ter calma, né?
Run! Incoming! There's too many of them!
God damn!
I'm so glad you decided to go it alone, Mr. Johnson.
Warriors, torchbearers, can redeem my dreams.
I can set off more of the fireworks from here and help you out.
Ai, caralho.
I'm trying to get the stage lights on.
Memory and thoughts. Sympathy force. Oh, children of the elder God. Essa base.
I'll get them working again. I promise.
Nossa, a gente tem que esperar ele. Assim, as ações só acontecerem quando ele. Tipo. Pega o negócio mesmo, sabe? É muito chato. Vai, meu filho.
Yes! Out! Stay in the light! No! Why do you keep doing this to me? Do it for Barry, please, please, please!
No. Isso me leva a ver partidas, cara. Ai!
That was awesome!
Bright Falls, rock and roll capital of America.
Hey, Al! This way to the farm!
Deputy Mulligan tuned Thornton's chatter out. He didn't think riders were particularly useful people, and a huge manhunt for one struck him as idiotic. Certainly not worth the missed opportunity for coffee and pie. It wasn't even clear what the man had done, except run from them at the trailer park. Mulligan knew he wasn't alone. The sheriff's patience with the Fed was running out.
Eu nunca vou esquecer que ali do lado tinha uma página, porque tem uma hora que você sobe num lugar ali e de longe dá pra ver um negócio brilhando ali no canto. Aí você tem que descer. Aí se você quiser, né? Você desce, você vai até lá pegar a página de novo.
See, bestseller? No reason to worry. Your cutout's good as new, right where I left it. I'll come back for it once we have the place secured.
Yeah, that's been my biggest worry all this time. We need to get this thing moved out of the way.
This is as far as I got before they ambushed me.
Olha aí, velho, quanta coisa que tem. Olha o tamanho desse mapa. Eu aposto que tem uma caneca de café em algum lugar aqui.
Hey, I think Alan Wake here has something to say. What's that, Al?
Ooh, I'm Alan Wake. I'm always right about everything. And if I don't get my way, I'll sulk all day long. I'm always intense and moody. It makes me very attractive and mysterious. Right now, I'm just standing here because I need my best friend Barry to carry me. But that's okay. I can just take him for granted.
I think I see what you did there.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
You want me to do my imitation of Barry Wheeler? No? Thought so.
Wow! You look at that thing, Al! They really went all out with this Viking crap, didn't they? Look at all this stuff. They must have done okay for themselves. So how come I never heard of these guys before?
And this from the guy who learned about Ozzy Osbourne through reality
Nossa, não sei o que eu
TV.
foco.
Hey, remember when I got you that gig? Your first real writing job. What got you started? Was this one of your episodes?
Tonight's episode, The Dream of Dreams.
That's by someone else.
We join Mr. Jones as he explores the endless dreamscape, only to be brought to a sudden stop by a decidedly mundane situation. A long line of people.
Hey, Jones, right? Listen, we're gonna have to wait until His Highness over there is good and ready. Oh, wow. Who's that? You don't know him? What are you, new? He's the guy dreaming us. Well, not just us. He dreams everything. All of this.
But wait, no. I'm the one who's dreaming. I'm asleep. Isn't this my dream?
Oh, yeah. Sure. Get real, pal. You're just another dream. I'm a dream. You're a dream. The weirdo in the diving suit is a dream, and the girl made of smiles and sunshine is definitely a dream.
But I'm pretty sure I'm dreaming this.
Well, maybe you're a really confused dream. What am I, a shrink? All I know is I'm going with the smart guys, and they say that's the guy doing the dreaming. Right there.
I don't know what that means.
It means we keep him happy. No sudden falls. We make sure he has his clothes on when he goes out in public. No chases where the monster is nipping at his heels and he runs like crazy, but his legs don't seem to get him anywhere. None of that. Because if he wakes up in a cold sweat... Yeah, precisely. So we wait till he wants to move on. Keep things nice and calm.
Hey, something's happening here.
Yeah? What's that?
What? Can't you hear that?
Oh, God help us, it's an alarm clock. Oh, it's you, isn't it? Please, man, I got a wife and kids. Please don't wait.
Oh, please don't wake. Eu nunca tinha visto esse episódio do Night Springs porque essa televisão sempre bugava, ela nunca ligava. Achei máximo que ela ligou agora. Night Springs.
It's 1976. Madness reigns at the Anderson farm. Contrary to all logic, the headiest ingredient of their moonshine is unfiltered water from Cauldron Lake. The Andersons feel like gods. Odin can't stop laughing. He contemplates cutting his eye out. Tor runs across the field, naked, shrieking, hammer in his hand, trying to catch lightning. Their songs have power. Something ancient is stirring in the depths, coming back. The Viking boat looked imposing, almost like a battering ram.
Será que dá pra pular lá embaixo direto? Isso é bem, né? Foi eu que tava o combate. Saco. Queria conseguir pular aqui. Infelizmente eu vou ter que aceitar. Né? Ah, dá licença, mano. Nossa, olha os caras chatos da caralho. Ih! Ai, caralho. Make it through aonde, filho? Ai! Olha só. Galera, dá licença, por favor. Me atrapalhando.
Wow! Those geezers had quite a production going on. Ooh, you know what, Al? If we make it through this alive, I'm gonna start representing them. Yep, sell this stuff online, maybe get a reality show going, release a new single.
Good luck with that, pal.
Hey, you find us a way out of here, okay? I'm gonna take a closer look at this stuff. Be careful, Al!
I'm good. Keep your eyes open, okay?
As you regular listeners know, I tend to work through the night, but I'm not the only one. Deputies Mulligan and Thornton are taking a couple of moments off their busy schedule to join me here in the studio. Boys, how busy are you now? Deerfest is almost here, isn't it? I bet that keeps you in business.
Pretty busy, yeah.
Actually, Pat, we've been real busy with other stuff, which concerns an ongoing investigation. We can't talk about that, Thornton. I wasn't gonna say anything. I was just saying we got, you know, other irons to fry.
And how would you compare your workload to last year's? Things have seemed relatively peaceful to me, but people do tend to get a little wild this time of year.
Oh, it's wild, Pat. It's pretty wild. There's been all sorts of trouble this year. Vandalism, fighting, public disturbances. A lot of people gone missing, too. Yeah, it's pretty much the usual stuff, Pat. Just, you know, a lot more of it.
Now, is it just me, or does Deerfest get wilder every year? People seem to be more drunk, at least, or they start earlier and younger.
Oh, it's definitely not just you, Pat, but... Definitely, Pat. Hey, I'm talking here, Thornton. Oh, shoot, I lost my train of thought.
Not just me.
Oh, yeah, it's wilder, Pat, but actually most of the trouble seems to be coming from grown men. People who ought to know better, you know? Kids are doing fine this year.
Well, that's nice to hear at least. Boys, I want to thank you for stopping by. I'll let you get back to your patrol.
Sure thing, Pat. Yeah, sure thing, Pat.
I could see the building that had to be the Andersons' home on the other side of the field. It wasn't far now. I wasn't worried about trusting the ramblings of two burned-out geriatric wrecks. They had the goods.
Agora que uma das mecânicas mais importantes de Alan Wake é chutar. Ele não pode simplesmente abrir a porta, tem que chutar. Tem essa coisa aqui. Essa minha saída por aqui mesmo, deixa eu passar por aquela porta. Um trator.
Got to be kidding me.
Galera, ainda tem um trator. Por que o radar tava me coisando pra um lado totalmente errado? Preciso mesmo. Ai! Ah, é o Barry que passando. Outras frases aleatórias que eles falam. Ah tá, ele quebra, eu tenho que ir lá abrir pro Barry. Não tem não. Ah, tem sim. Tem aqui.
Al? Is that you out there, buddy?
Yeah, it's...
Hey, let's go, man.
Nossa, pula essa porteira, filho. Pelo amor de Deus.
I think we're gonna have to work together to open this gate, Al. Looks pretty heavy. Ah! Hey, I think that's the farm on the other side of the field. We're almost there. This farm is a crazy place for crazy people.
We should feel right at home then.
Come on, one more gate. Let's do this thing.
Tem uma caixa aqui atrás. Eu acho que tem alguma coisa aqui. Essa impressão. Cara, olha só, velho, a área zona que tem aqui atrás. Não tem nada aqui não. Ao lado aqui. Caralho, será que tem como ir? Nossa, agora eu tô curioso. Putz, vou ter que ir lá. Nossa, velho. Ah, foda-se. Podia ter um carro, né? Acho que não vai lá, não. Será que isso era o conteúdo cortado? Não cortado porque tá aqui, né? Mas... Nossa, que raiva, cara. Eu coloquei lá. Tem como mesmo, será? Vou ter que aceitar, né? Nossa, velho, não tem um espacinho na cerca. Dá pra eu ir pulando, sei lá. Os caras é espertos, os caras sabiam. Filho. Olha. Meu Deus. Ah, não sei, não dá pra chegar lá. Pô, velho. Nossa, agora eu queria, tipo, uma coisa pra... Ai, que saco, parede invisível. Ah, mano, que tristeza, isso é mó legal lá. Tô com vontade de comer alguma coisa doce, mas eu não sei o que que é. É tipo...
Lights are out. Guess we better check the fuse
ovo de
box.
Páscoa de prestígio. O que é? Licença, mano.
You know, this place looks kind of lived in. I thought the Andersons were in the booby hatch.
Yeah, I don't think they keep too close an eye on them at the clinic. They seem to slip away a lot so they can get wasted.
No kidding. Those guys sound awesome.
Again, Alice's screams rang in the stillness of the night. I saw myself run toward the cabin, flashlight in my hand. I followed my past self. I was an out-of-body observer, a time traveler in a crazy drunken dream. This was the beginning. The night Alice had disappeared. The mystery of what had happened during the missing week was about to reveal itself.
Come on, Al. Let's get the lights on, huh?
Of course. We need to find where it's coming from. That's the message the Andersons talked about. That's the whole reason we're here.
Lady of the Light? Oh, that's gotta be what's-her-face, the crazy lamp lady from the town.
Cynthia Weaver.
Right. Must be.
Okay.
We need to find Cynthia Weaver. We'll stay here for the night and head back to town as soon as it gets light.
Hey, Al. Lots of hours before dawn. Might as well get some rest. And by rest, I mean drunk.
Come on, Barry, this is... Yeah, what the hell?
No, seriously, because I know we don't get along, but we're gonna find her, right? Even though you're a crazy bastard, I'm gonna stick by you, no matter what, ever, Al. Sure, like a brother.
I'm a writer, goddammit.
Correct.
If I just wanted to, I could write 10 books a year. And they'd be the best books that year.
No, you couldn't.
That's right, I couldn't. But I could, because I'm a writer.
What? What do they put in this stuff? I feel like my brain is coming out of my nose. I'm gonna get the recipe off those coots and be a booze millionaire.
I just miss her, Barry. I just want her here with me.
I know, Al. I know. It's gonna be okay. We're gonna make it okay.
Alice, I'm coming. It's all right. I'm coming. It was a crazy drunken dream, and yet it was more than that. It was the truth, a suppressed memory unearthed by the Andersons' moonshine. I was there, an out-of-body observer. This was the night Alice and I had arrived at Bright Falls, the night Alice had disappeared. I had a chance to find out what had happened. I remembered being surprised to see the cabin dark. Alice would have never turned the lights off. I remembered thinking, I caught a glimpse of her form underwater, sinking into the darkness. Beyond this lost memory, there was nothing. I had to follow the footsteps of my past self to find out what had happened that night. Diving after her was the last vague memory I had of that night. After that, the next thing I could remember was waking up behind the wheel of the crash car and finding the first pages of the manuscript. I couldn't find her in all that blackness. I must have thought she drowned. Alice!
Jagger had Alice, and so she had me.
Alice!
I'd been easy prey.
Look at the cabin. Is there someone in the window?
Alice?
Maybe she didn't drown after all. Maybe she's inside.
Alice!
Yes.
The dark presence had touched me. She had dug her nails into my brain and used me, made me her puppet.
She must be here somewhere. Maybe upstairs in the study.
Alice!
Yes, that's where she is. You can apologize.
Alice!
You laugh at the whole thing together and put it
Alice?
behind you. She's not here. You were foolish to think so. No, she's dead. She drowned.
Mentira, pegadinha.
No, no, no!
It's your fault your wife is dead. You are guilty. All she wanted was to help you right. You killed her.
É verdade.
Oh, hush. There's still hope. Cauldron Lake is a special place. Here, you have the power to change things. She wanted you to write. I will tell you what to do. You can write her back. The story will come true, and all will be well again.
She had Alice, and the manuscript was the ransom for her. Yes. All right. I'll fix it. I'll bring her back. No. I wrote it. I remembered it all now. In the dark, I'd written for days, a week, almost a complete manuscript of a novel entitled Departure. Jagger had been my editor, whispering in my ear, making sure that the unfolding story would make her more and more powerful. I thought I was saving Alice. Even with the cobweb she put in my head, some part of me had been aware enough to write my escape into the story, to bring a light into the cabin to release me before I could finish, to interrupt the horror story before the ending, where darkness consumed everything and everyone. Zane was weak and far away, but I had written him into the story, and his light had been enough to set me free.
It isn't here now. I'm here because it was written. I brought the light to set you free. You must hurry. We'll know I'm here. It will be back soon. It stole the skin of my Barbara a long time ago. She looks so old.
Oh, yes.
I am confused and groggy, my mind consumed by darkness and fear. All I could do was to
O
escape.
número lá do quarto dele normalmente é esse. Acho que 667 ou 665. Acho que é 665.
The week spent in the cabin had taken its toll. I was barely conscious, and fading fast. It had to have cost Zane terribly, thrown him even deeper into whatever dark place he now haunted. But he had managed to weaken the dark presence, kept me safe that night. I wrote it. It's my fault.
That's right, James Joyce. It's your fault, and you're gonna pay for it.
There's an old town road with mystery of Tom the poet and his muse, and a magic lake which gave a life to the words the poet used. Now the muse she was his happiness, and he rhymed about her grace, and told the stories of treasures deep beneath the blackened waves. Till in the stillness of wonder, and still in its misty crown, the muse she went down to the lake, and in the waves night would fall, and only his own echo would wail back as his call. And when he swore to bring back his love by stories he'd create, nightmares shifted in their sleep in the darkness of the lake. And now to see your love set free, you will need the witch's cabin key. Find the lady of the light still raving in the night. That's how you reshape destiny. In the dead of night she came to him with darkness in her eyes. We're in a morning gown, sweet words as her disguise. He took her in without a word, for he saw his grave mistake, and vowed them both to silence deep beneath the lake. Now if it's real or just a dream, one mystery.
Previously on Alan Wake. Under the influence of the dark presence, I wrote a horror story that is coming true. Jagger had been my editor, making sure that the unfolding story would make her more and more powerful. Some part of me had been aware enough to write my escape into the story.
Together we can create something absolutely wonderful.
The lake, it does something to the works of art created here. It makes them come true.
My mom gave me this old light switch.
The clicker.
Alice is being kept in a dark prison. I need to find Cynthia Weaver to fix this.
It's your fault, and you're gonna pay for it.
Well, we're expecting a record crowd from the neighboring counties. Naturally, we hope to break the record set by last year's Moose Fest in our neighboring town, Watery. Ladies and gentlemen, some people have asked me, what's the big deal about Deerfest? And I think that this sums it up. It's about friendship and community. We've got a great party coming up, but let's try to hold it in until tomorrow and get through the night in one piece, all right?
I have it. Someone will come for it when the time is right. Thomas said so. He wrote it. The key is insurance. It's my job to keep it safe. Safe in the light. Always in the light. Hello.
All the manuscript pages were gone. The FBI agent had taken them.
I think my tongue just took a crap in my mouth. Ugh. Oh, wait, we're in jail now? Al. Al, this is not good.
That about sums it up.
Ele não pegou todas as páginas. Isso é dissonância do narrativo. Brincadeira, tá, galera?
Oh, I am never drinking again.
I need to talk to Weaver. She's the one in the song. The Lady of the Light.
What, the crazy lady? Whatever you say, Al, but we're stuck here. They're not gonna...
I had some reading to do first, Sheriff. And let me tell you...
Ah, uma gritaria lá fora.
Well, I've got... You now, Raymond Chandler. It's all here. All the evidence, including conspiracy to murder a federal agent. There's no way you're walking out of here. You hear me in there, Bret Easton Ellis? Huh?
Agent Nightingale, I want to talk to your superior.
Well, we all want things, Sheriff. I wanted my... Look, that's not possible right now.
Agent Nightingale, I insist. Wake, what's wrong?
Lady, are you stupid? It's a trick. It's an obvious trick.
Okay, I've had enough of this crap. Wake, I'm gonna trust you with this.
You're joking.
Agent Nightingale, your opinion would matter more if you were sober and if I actually believed you were here on official business.
Whoa! Get back
back in the cell, Stephen King. The only way you're leaving this place is over my dead...
Wait a minute. I know this.
Oh my god!
Light. We need light. It's the only way to fight this thing.
In my office. I've got your things there. Follow me.
Nightingale tried to make sense of the manuscript. It was disjointed and strange. He didn't understand half of it, but it all rang true. Impossibly true. He took out his hip flask when he reached the page that described how he reached the page that made him take out his hip flask. It wasn't the booze that made his mind reel.
Man, we're sitting ducks with the lights out.
Stay cool.
Nightingale felt the situation veering out of his control, but the gun at least felt steady in his hands. He was ready to fire, resolved that he would let this happen over his dead body. And yet he hesitated. He had seen this moment before, read it in the page. He was transfixed by the déjà vu and the horror that he was a character in a story someone had written. Then the monstrous presence burst in behind him and dragged him into the night.
I can get the emergency power on.
Como que ele achou essa página? Tipo, a gente achou ela agora, então a gente não tava com a gente quando ele pegou as nossas páginas. E aí como é que ele sabia que as páginas existiam? Sei lá. Porque tipo, eu tinha escrito nessa semana aí que ele ficou preso no Dark Place. E aí... Aí, sei lá.
Here are your things. Wake, what do I need to know? What do you need from me?
They can be hurt in the light, only in the light. And I need to find Cynthia Weaver. She can help me stop this.
Light. Check. Cynthia. She lives in the old decommissioned power plant. I can get you there pretty quickly in the rescue chopper. Come on, let's get back to your friend. Wheeler, I need you to stay here.
What? No!
We're going to fetch our ride, but I have friends who need to be warned about this, and I can't be in two places at once. I need your help.
Well, okay.
Here's a list of people and phone numbers. I need you to call them and tell them you have a message from me. Night Springs, okay? They'll know what to do.
Night Springs? Like the TV show? Gotcha. Oh, hey, that radio guy is on the list. Maine. Who's Frank Breaker? He related to you?
My dad.
Hey, is this like a secret society?
Can you do this? You'll be safe here. The backup power's on. These guys need to be alerted, just in case we don't come back.
You'll come back for me though, right?
As soon as we get the chopper ready. Thanks, Wheeler. I owe you one. Okay, let's go, Wake. Through the back.
My hangover wants a pizza. You think there's any way I can order one, Al? Hello, Mr. Breaker? This is Barry Wheeler. Yeah, I know it's late, but listen, the sheriff, Sarah, asked me to tell you something. She says Night Springs, okay? So I guess she... Yes, sir. Okay, No, she's okay. She's just busy, so she asked me to... Oh, no. Actually, I'm a literary agent, sir. I'm just helping her out because she's busy right now. Well, the one you'd most likely be familiar with is Alan Wake. You're kidding! Well, I'm glad to hear that, sir. I'll tell Al you said that. That's really nice. But listen, I really need to make some more calls here. You got the message, right? Yeah, that's right. Okay, thanks, sir. Bye now. Hey, the sheriff's dad is a big fan, Al. Said you're the best thing to happen to crime fiction since James Elroy. I think he was a little drunk, though. Hello? This is Barry Wheeler. I'm calling on behalf of the sheriff. Sarah says Night Springs. Okay? Okay, bye. Hello? Hi, Barry Wheeler. I have a message from Sarah. Night Springs, okay? Bye now. Hello, ma'am. Sorry to bother you. Barry Wheeler calling for Sheriff Breaker. She asked me to tell you... Wheeler? Ma'am, she asked me to... No, I'm... Yes, but the sheriff asked me to... Yeah, I think this is gonna take a while, Al. You better get going. Ma'am, I'm... Yeah, but... No, wait. Ma'am, please, But the sheriff...
É engraçado que teve uma vez que eu fiquei ouvindo ele falar, porque eu fiquei do lado de fora, pela janela. E aí eu acho que ele não fala com o Alan, tipo assim, ó, vai demorar, acho que eu vou sair. Ou depois que ele liga pro pai da Sarah, que ele fala... ele é um grande fã seu e tal. Acho que agora é só isso. Ah, que legal.
Whatever took Nightingale must have broken the gate controls. We can't reach the gate's control box from here. We need to get to the other side over the rooftop.
I'll go. I'll open the gate for you once I'm across. You stay here in the light and cover me, Sheriff, okay?
Ai, caralho. Tá. O que é Triple D? Isso é Old Deer Diner. Só dois. Dando parada ali. Esse lugar aqui. Ali eu acho que é o quarto do Nightingale. Parada assim. Cai fora. Ah! Nossa, esse bicho suportável. Vou pular aqui. Ah, velho, o negócio caiu lá embaixo. Porra, é foda, né? Porra, de novo. Se foda essa porra. Nossa, era só ter pulado. Gastei 2 flares à toa.
Night Springs? What's that all about?
It's a stupid joke we have. That Bright Falls is the original inspiration for the TV show. This town can get weird at times. Never this weird, though. We need to bypass the damaged control box.
What am I, an electrician? Hold on!
Ow, damn! That's smart.
Good job, Wade. Okay, stick close. Our first stop is the town hall. The keys to the chopper are there.
Pô, nem uma canequinha. Uma bandeira lá fora, vou ver primeiro aqui. É o povo da Semig. Ai. Ah, eu desviei. Que ódio, velho. Quero ver todo canto aqui se tem alguma coisa. Nossa, não tem uma paginazinha, não tem um agrado. Não, mas pera aí. Pelo menos uma caixinha de suplementos.
The air smelled of fish. This was Bright Falls industrial area. There was probably a cannery nearby.
Ah, era por aqui mesmo? Não, era pra frente. Tá indo pra lá. Será que tem aqui? Ai, meu Deus. Ai, cadê o negócio? Minha setinha aqui. Esse aqui vai sair voando loucamente quando eu passar. Eu queria uma página, um pedacinho de lore. Tem que se passar aqui. Engraçado, deixa eu fazer essa com essa voando. Ai, que susto. Cadê a menina? Nossa, tem muitos lugares pra explorar agora, velho. Acho que era aqui que era pra vir, né? Só isso? Não tem nada pra pegar um interessante? Acho que é um. Não, tá isso. Vou escrever?
You have the right to remain silent until you understand these rules.
Tá, e o que vai ter de interessante aqui pra... Ah, é só isso, é só pra eu abrir o negócio. Ah tá, tem uma caixa aqui. Ah, sim. É só isso? Ah tá, é. Passar pro portão. Tá. Entendi. É, acho que a diva ficou lá mesmo, catatônica. Isso aí. Follow Sarah, eu tô... É, eu acho que ela vai ficar parada lá mesmo. Eu vou ter que coisar ela mesmo, velho. Que coisa. Bah. E agora? Onde que ela foi parar, velho? Ah, será que na verdade o objetivo é do outro lado? Eu não lembro por onde que tem que ir nesse. Ah, é, acho que tem que passar pelo. Não, acho que não. Vou ter que passar pela coisa aí. E agora? Oi. Nossa, cara, a IA dela bugou legal. Nem sei pra onde tem que ir, não tem nem como eu passar aqui, velho. Pior que eu acho que precisa dela mesmo, porque tem que. Ela abre alguma porta, eu acho. Vou ter que reiniciar, que saco. Ah, bem, esse jogo ele só tem a colisão esquisita quando não precisa. Aí quando eu podia passar ali pro outro lado, primeiro que a porta não abre mais, não entendi por quê. Isso que raiva. Essas paredes invisíveis. Que ódio, eu queria muito clipar pra fora. Deu uma bugada. E aí? Ah, por que que ele travou essa porta? Que palhaçada também, nem precisava disso. Já tá bugado. Nossa, que bosta, vou ter que reiniciar o capítulo. Mas só que tá, colocando continua aqui.
Previously on Alan Wake. All the manuscript pages were gone. The FBI agent had taken them.
I think my tongue just took a crap in my mouth. Ugh. Oh, wait, we're in jail now? Al. Al, this is not good.
That about sums it up.
Oh, I am never drinking again.
I need to talk to Weaver. She's the one in the song. The Lady of the Light.
What, the crazy lady? Ugh, whatever you say, Al, but we're stuck here. They're not gonna...
even interviewed Wake.
I had some reading to do first, Sheriff, and let me tell you, it was an interesting read. Well, I've got you now, Raymond Chandler. It's all here. All the evidence, including conspiracy to murder a federal agent. There's no way you're walking out of here. You hear me in there, Bret Easton Ellis? Huh?
Agent Nightingale, I want to talk to your superior.
Well, we all want things, Sheriff. I wanted my... Look, that's not possible right now.
Agent Nightingale, I insist. Oh my God!
Light. We need light. It's the only way to fight this thing.
In my office. I've got your things there. Follow me.
Oh man!
Follow
We're sitting
me.
ducks with the lights out.
Stay cool. I can get the emergency power on. Here are your things. Wake, what do I need to know? What do you need from me?
They can be hurt in the light, only in the light. And I need to find Cynthia Weaver. She can help me stop this.
Light. Check. Cynthia. She lives in the old decommissioned power plant. I can get you there pretty quickly in the rescue chopper. Come on, let's get back to your friend. Wheeler, I need you to stay here.
What? No!
We're going to fetch our ride, but I have friends who need to be warned about this, and I can't be in two places at once. I need your help.
Well, okay.
Here's a list of people and phone numbers. I need you to call them and tell them you have a message from me. Night Springs, okay? They'll know what to do.
Night Springs? Like the TV show? Gotcha. Oh, hey, that radio guy is on the list. Maine. Who's Frank Breaker? He related to you?
My dad.
Hey, is this like a secret society?
Can you do this? You'll be safe here. The backup power's on. These guys need to be alerted, just in case we don't come back.
You'll come back for me though, right?
As soon as we get the chopper ready. Thanks, Wheeler. I owe you one. Okay, let's go, Wake. Through the back.
My hangover wants a pizza. You think there's any way I could order one, Al?
It's longer.
Oh, hell. Whatever took Nightingale must have broken the gate controls. We can't reach the gate's control box from here. We need to get to the other side over the rooftop.
I'll go. I'll open the gate for you once I'm across. You stay here in the light and cover me, Sheriff, okay?
Hey, Sheriff! Your password. Night Springs? What's that all about?
It's a stupid joke we have. That Bright Falls is the original inspiration for the TV show. This town can get weird at times. Never this weird, though. We need to bypass the damaged control box.
What am I, an electrician? Hold on!
Ah, damn! That's smart.
Good job, Wade. Okay, stick close. Our first stop is the town hall. The keys to the chopper are there.
Que aquilo ali ia explodir. Nossa. Que isso, gente? House. Vai ter garrafa aqui, eu nem tinha visto.
Over here, Wake! The chopper's in the other direction!
Nossa, que foi isso, cara? Foi correndo, ele parou pra dar um pulinho.
The air smelled of fish. This was Bright Falls industrial area. There was probably a cannery nearby.
Uma bosta. Ai, respirei, galera. Tem uns flare ali, mas eu não. Nossa, pior que não tem nenhum, né? Ah, foda-se. Vou lá pegar. Bem, sabe? Isso. Obrigado.
And I thought New Yorkers were rude.
You have the right to remain silent.
Agora sim.
Wake, over here! There's light! I have a key. Watch my back, Wake.
It's an ambush.
Que isso, cara, com motosserra? Ai!
Let's go, Wake. Okay, someone's messed with the fuse box here, but you should be able to jury-rig it while I find the keys.
I already got electrocuted once today. How about I look for the keys and you get burned for a change?
The darkness that wore Barbara Jagger's face was furious. The story in the manuscript had been making it stronger all the time, but now the light had set the writer free and hurt it, weakened it. It was only a matter of days before the dark presence would be strong again, but meanwhile, it would be difficult to recapture the writer. The message was from Barry. He was getting worried at the station. He wanted us to hurry.
Peraí. Ah, tá, aqui.
Okay, Sheriff. I got the keys.
Barry?
Why isn't he inside?
Oh god! Oh god!
Barry! Look out! Barry, move! Barry!
He made it inside, Wake. He's okay. The storefront's blocked. Come on, Wake. Let's go around. We can meet him in the back.
Esses caras aí pros americanos é tipo bandeirantes aqui no Brasil, né? Eles fazem estátua pra galera e tal, e os caras, tudo que eles faziam era matar e os indígenas. Achei que tem uma página, tava brilhando.
We can make it through the bookstore. Wheeler should be waiting for us in the backyard.
Keep the hell down or I'll call the sheriff.
Oh, hi, Doc. I've got it. Don't worry about it.
Sarah, about time somebody showed up. All this shooting in the air is idiotic. One of these days they'll kill somebody. And over Deerfest.
I know. Go back to bed. He's got a point, Wake. Look, this town can't take this.
Nada aqui. Vai ter um bicho aqui, escuro. Ah, não tem nada aqui, ó. Ah, o cavalinho igual tem lá na casa lá do lado.
They're really taking advantage of your presence here, Wake. I heard they're selling a lot of your Alex Casey books.
Cynthia Weaver worked hard, following her obsessive rituals, sometimes fighting them, always giving in to them in the end. She haunted the halls of Bright Falls' abandoned power plant. She marked her caches with light-sensitive paint that could only be seen by eyes that had been touched by darkness and saved by light like she'd been. She was preparing defenses and supply lines for the war she knew would come. The war between the forces of light and darkness. Right now, I'm not a big fan of my own writing.
I don't see Barry.
Look, Wake. Maybe that's him. That's the way to the chopper.
Aqui é cheio de bicho. Ó, tem até uma garrafa de café aqui. Eba. Acho que ela fica aqui na frente, eu acho.
Barry
Muito
got
melhor.
back to his feet
Tem uma
inside the
página.
Bright Falls General Store and dusted himself off. Right next to the cans of baked beans was a locked case filled with flare guns, and yet here was a conveniently placed barrel of crowbars. Barry's smile widened as he realized that this was the classic movie scene where the hero had to gear up and arm himself to the teeth. Barry threw himself into the role.
I'm gonna give Pastor Howard a piece of my mind about this lock. Ugh, I told him to get it fixed.
Here they come.
Let's take a break. Omega-3 fatty acids are good for your heart.
Ai! Ai! Deus. Olha aqui que tem uma parte que eu acho muito chata. Tem um
Okay, it's
monte
open.
de
Let's go, Wake.
fornalha. Olha, dá pra ver o cenário todo, velho. Muito legal isso. Acho que eu já falei isso umas 5 vezes. Mas...
Wow. We keep them lit all night long on the night before Deerfest.
Why?
Well, it's tradition.
Bom, tem uma página aqui, né?
For it to be free, the Dark Presence needed the writer to finish the story. Again and again, the story let it get frustratingly close to the writer without letting it capture him. It was bound by the events depicted in the manuscript, but it could pursue the writer indirectly, put others on the task, and stop those who would help him. It took over everything in its path, made them its puppets, and sent them after Alan Wake.
We're almost there. We'll have to go through the basement to get to the parking lot.
Yeah, there's no way going through the crypt will turn out to be a bad idea.
Ah, é aqui mesmo. Nossa, eu acho... Não, não é que não. Pera aí, tô confundindo.
Right there.
Eu acho que é na DLC. Ah, é na DLC que tem. É uma das DLCs que tem o. Você passa por esse mesmo caminho de novo. E aí tem umas fornalhas. Nossa. Eita porra.
Guess that one saw the light, huh? You didn't like that one?
Enfim.
Tough audience.
Tem as palavras na frente da fornalha e você tem que iluminar as palavras para abrir a fornalha.
Protection, man. Like garlic against vampires.
Vampires.
The helicopter's just across the parking lot and up the hill. Come on.
Ali, ó, a gente tava ali. Deu pra ver isso aqui.
The Bright Falls General Store is now my favorite place in the entire world. See this headlamp? It's like a superpower. I can just look at one of those things and they die. It's my flaming eye of Mordor. I wish I didn't say that.
Yeah.
Hey, I want a headlamp.
Last one.
Alice had screamed until she had no voice left to scream. Around her, the darkness was alive. It was cold and wet and malevolent and without end. She was a prisoner, trapped in the dark place. The terror would have burned her mind out, but one thing made her hang on. She could sense Alan in the dark. She could hear him. She could see the words he was writing as flickering shadows. He sensed her too. He was trying to work his way to her. Bastard.
Olha isso, velho, esse espaço abertão aqui. Sempre acho que vai ter uma garrafa de café, tipo assim, num canto desse, assim.
When someone throws a damn school bus at your head and you're about to take a helicopter ride with someone who may or may not have a pilot's license, or cleared for departure to Night Springs. No offense.
Ai, gente, nossa, melhorou essa porra. Nossa, esse cara, emocionei legal aqui. Nossa, desperdicei uma flare, velho. Ah, sabe o que eu acho legal? Pensei nisso agora. Ele tem várias paredes invisíveis e tal, e a presença sombria, pura, sei lá como é que eles traduziram, ela vai jogando coisa no caminho, justamente pra você não conseguir passar dos lugares. É... Caralho, não morreu. Ai, tem outro cara ali. É justamente por você estar vivendo a narrativa. Eu vou até anotar isso, porque eu achei incrível. Tem uma página, uma cutscene, sei lá, que ele fala que escreveu a história e tal, mas deixou umas lacunas justamente pra ele conseguir mudar as coisas. E aí... Todo o mapa, ele é abertão, que eu tava falando, tipo assim, ele é muito vasto, ele tem o... todos esses resquícios aí de quando era o jogo, você tinha mundo aberto, só que ele é muito linear mesmo, assim, tipo, ele tem parede invisível, tem os obstáculos do caminho e tal. Porque a presença obscura, ela vai limitando o caminho pra você seguir na história linear, que foi a história que você escreveu, né? Aí esses poucos lugares exploráveis são as lacunas que o Alan deixou. Transcendi agora. Acho que isso não é nada demais, na verdade, mas... Enfim.
The helicopter's just up ahead. I'll need a while to prep for takeoff.
Don't take too long. I want to get out of here.
Tem aqui. Ah, um café. Pega. Dá. página aqui? Parecia que era uma página. Só tem flare agora. Nossa, uma galera. Isso, o áudio ficou alto.
You better put an end to this.
Just get me to Weaver, Sheriff.
You're taking a big chance on a local crazy lady, Al. I hope you're right about her, or we can kiss this town goodbye.
I hope you know how to deal with this, Wake. I guess you New Yorkers are used to rough situations like this.
Right. The city's a war zone. King Kong, mutant alligators. Then Alex Casey shoots the place up every weekend. Look, I never even carried a gun until a couple of days ago.
Well, my dad used to be a cop there. Tells some pretty wild stories.
Stuff like this?
No, just normal bad stuff. Kinda like your books, Wake. I used to tease Dad that he was just like Alex Casey.
You've read me.
Oh, sure. You're a pretty good writer. A little heavy on the metaphors, maybe.
Nobody's ever said that before.
We're coming up on the power plant. See the lit building over there? And that's the dam further up the river. I can't land here. I'll take her down the road across the river.
Just get me there, Sheriff.
Hold on! Ow!
O espaço sem portal. Porra. Como é que faz se eu passar aqui, cacete? Se eu morrer aqui vai ser muito patético. Porra, velho. Bicho gigante desse aqui. Ah, mano, suado. Ah, tá. Não precisa desesperar.
And here's a new song from a band that they always remind me of our local rock legends, the Old Gods. I couldn't tell you why. I guess it's just one of those things. Anyway, here's Poets of the Fall and their latest single, War.
Volta pra se fugir também. Sai, filho. Nossa. Esse cara empurra, velho. Como são usados.
The power plant glowed in the night. It was close, but I had to find a way across.
Essa parte dá uma preguicinha, viu? Tem uma página. Acho que essa parte dá muito sustinho, assim, não gosto não. Porra. Pô, velho, que vacilo.
Making her way through the water pipe alone, Cynthia was angry at the rider. Foolish young man, taking unnecessary risks. And the way he broke the rules. Didn't he understand what was at stake? Since the terrible days in the 70s, she hadn't wavered once, as hard as it had been. She was tired of protecting the town all these long years, and now only wanted to rest.
Galera, hein? É só isso, essa parte aqui. Pegar a caneca de café.
The story I had written in the cabin had come true. Touched by the dark presence, I had written a horror story, but the end was still missing. The story was incomplete, and the last unfinished page of the manuscript still sat in the typewriter in the cabin study. If I could get back there, if I could read the page, then I could write my own ending to this story and save Alice.
Eu acho que tem alguma coisa ali. O que eu não tenho, velho. Ai, que susto, porra. Caralho. Nossa, não lembrava disso não. Meu Deus. Ah. Vou lá no lugar certo. Achei que eu tava fazendo uma coisa super diferenciada. Ah, tem que ir lá correndo, porque a ponte fica virando. Uai. Ah, tá. Inferno, velho. Mas se foda. Essa parte me deixa meio tonto. Ué, não tem nada aqui pra pegar? Uma canequinha? Aqui tem. Nossa, pelo amor de Deus, para de rodar essa porra. Pode comentar.
Such philosophical concerns are by necessity abstract. And yet, some of us can find concrete proof of the nature of our existence in Night Springs. Tonight's episode, an absence of creativity.
Hello, Martha. What did you want to show me? Oh, Lydia. Thank God you're here. Please, it's in the basement. put this thing here?
In a way. To be more precise, I put everything here but that.
Really? But what is it?
Oh, I guess the temptation is to call it home, but it's really an absence, a profound lack of reality.
In Martha's basement?
Yes, it was doing so well, too. I came up with 2 old ladies and put something really weird in the basement. It was a great start, but I'm completely blocked now. I can't imagine what I was up to.
Well, surely it's just an ordinary basement.
Is it? Why did you call your friend here, then?
Well, I don't know.
Oh, well.
Couldn't you just ignore it?
Oh, no, I couldn't do that. It would probably turn into a plot hole. Might be one already. Could sink the whole enterprise.
Oh, wow.
Listen, ladies, not to be rude, but I'm really not at all sure where I'm going with this, and you're just not helping. You should just go back upstairs for a cup of coffee while I try to figure out what I'm up to.
Well, if you think that's best.
Maybe I should just stop here. Or is that too moronic?
Is that too moronic? Indeed. Who can tell? It's a fine line between the stupid and the sublime. Springs.
Eu tenho a impressão que essa ponte ela roda. Parece que ela tá rodando mais rápido. A cada. Sempre. Nossa, eu tô doido de ficar aqui. Que barulheira.
We managed to lose the flock. You're almost at the power plant. Keep going. We'll give you support.
Obrigado. Nossa, 2 caras, velho. Eu vi ela só um flare, né? Mas tudo bem. Por que eu tô indo pro lado errado? Pergunta. Ai, credo, que susto. Tá bom. Onde que tá indo? Tinha um símbolo aqui dos... Ah, ó. Bah. Ai, gente, dá sossego, vai. Por favor. Nossa. Porra.
I recognized the logo on the power plant sign. I'd seen a version of it painted all over the area, signifying hidden caches of supplies.
Hold it right there.
Miss Weaver, Cynthia, I'm a friend.
Prove it.
You knew Zane, Thomas Zane. You're the Lady of the Light in the song. You can help me.
About time. Young man, I've been waiting a very long time for you.
It's in the well-lit room.
Dá uma pausa.